This is a Shock podcast.
Shock. Hi everyone, and welcome back to The Art of Beauty. Before I get started, I am so pleased to have this week's guest on our show. Hailing from a family of travel retailer pros, she's only gone and casually co-founded one of Malaysia's leading makeup brands, NITA Cosmetics. That's all about inclusivity whilst putting a mega spotlight on our local tradition. It's Aznita Azman.
Hey,
Hi!
what's up, Yasmin? Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you so much for being here. This is crazy. Honestly, I've been fangirling even prior to this recording because I've been wanting to explore NITA Cosmetics for the past 2 years. So this is honestly, it's such a pleasure to have you here. It's incredible to actually meet you in person.
I'm just smiling from end to end because of what Yasmin said. Thank you.
No, but honestly, your story to how you started NITA Cosmetics is incredible. So I do have a few questions.
Sure.
First question. Normally, when you think about makeup brand founders, you would think that, they've loved makeup since they were 5 years old. They were playing in their mom's bathroom with their mom's makeup, when they were 8 or 9. But I read in an interview that you did with Beauty Insider, and you said that you were a late bloomer to makeup, which actually is something that I can totally relate to. I got into makeup really, really late as well. I was just wondering whether or not you could speak to that a little bit more. Why did you get into it so late?
Sure. In a nutshell, I think it's how makeup made me feel. Because when I was growing up, I was really shy, Yasmin. I mean, the level of shyness that I couldn't look at anybody in the eye. For me, I was this awkward loner who sat at the back of the class. Yeah, basically my interests back then were different. I loved movies. I loved reading books. Basically movies that were black and white, the classics.
Right.
So it was only after Form 5 that I started to delve into my mom's eyeliner, actually.
Right,
that was the first time that I thought, it looks really nice. It made me have a different personality in a way where it made me have confidence in a way that I never had, that I never experienced before. Since we're talking about it, when I was in school, there were kids in school that said, who's the top 3 ugliest people in class? I was one of the people. So yes, it was really heartbreaking to hear things like that. And that's how I became withdrawn as a person. I became in my shell for most of my high school days. It was only in college where I started to pursue my interest, which is film. I studied film in college.
Right.
I studied film in college.
That's
when I became more confident, and somehow I had a similar interest with my classmates. So it was easier for me to interact with anybody.
Yeah.
So it made it easier as a shy person to have some sort of interaction, some sort of connection. Gradually, my confidence started to increase.
Amazing. So in a way, going to college gave you a fresh start.
Yes. I guess being surrounded with people who are
like-minded.
Positive. Correct. Like-minded. That is so important. When I started to being around people who had the same interests as me, I started to open up, and that became kind of a good exercise for me to be less shy.
I actually assumed that before you started NITA Cosmetics that you were a full-blown influencer.
I wish.
But a lot of people would assume something like that. It's because the beauty industry as a whole, right? You are putting yourself out there.
I'm telling you, NITA has changed me as a person because it kind of forced me to be out there. I just have to do it. I can't be the shy girl and have a brand of my own. I just have to interact with people. And somehow I've been doing this for about 6 years already.
Yeah, that's right.
So I can see that from the very beginning when I first started this until now, I think I've become more comfortable with who I am. And to approach people, I can do that. I think in terms of shyness and in terms of confidence, it's a muscle actually that you have to...
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. It's like going to the gym for your body.
Sure.
But confidence, you just have to sometimes push yourself, just force yourself to just talk to as many people as possible. And one day you realize that, this is actually easy. This is actually doable. You're not confined. You're not paralyzed by this shyness anymore.
So what was that like for you in that first year?
Oh, it was really hard. But honestly, the reason why I put myself out there, even though after pandemic, I'm not really so much on the social media, but before this, I was really active in the videos and doing photos and doing live and all. It's jobs because doing marketing is actually very expensive.
Yeah.
And to engage with an influencer or even a celebrity for that matter, it costs a lot. As a brand that's just starting out, I cannot depend on that. And in terms of our A&P, we can't constantly give to influencers so much because we were just starting anyway. And somehow my team said, Nita, you just have to put yourself out there. You just have to just be the face. Just do it. Just do a makeup video. And back then, I didn't want to do it at first.
Yeah.
When we started in January. But the first video that I did was in May. So it took me 5 months to be like, okay, I really have to
like
do this.
psych yourself out and be like, right, today is the day I'm gonna do it.
Yes. I mean, I'm still the same person as before. Like coming here, I got nervous and I'm that person. But it's just of containing that nervousness right now.
Right. I see. So in a sense, correct me if I'm wrong, NITA Cosmetics kind of feels like, I don't know, a journey for yourself as well.
Yes.
Right? Of course, it's a journey. You know, the makeup brand has progressed and grown, but like you yourself have done that same exact journey as well.
It has changed me. I think in Malay, ada hikmah.
Right.
Example, the reason why if NITA Cosmetics had done so well in the beginning, I wouldn't have put myself out there. I wouldn't need to. We needed to market the brand. It was still very new. This is back in 2017. It's still very new now actually. But back then, you just had to do whatever it takes to get people to know about it. Our dream is just to expand to other parts of Malaysia and also Singapore and Brunei.
Amazing. And yeah, speaking about like the brand journey and all of that, I also read that obviously diversity and inclusion has been such a huge part of your brand story, and it's obviously a shame that there are still a lot of brands out there that don't see it as a priority.
Initially, it's me and the team who really emphasize on inclusivity. Inclusivity meaning not just about skin tones, but having the customer feel that they are included in this. They are. Hey, you, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
You are included in this. There's a shade for you. And it's sad because there are some customers who have, example, a darker skin tone, but they can't necessarily shop for their foundation because I just feel like some brands, they don't even consider that they exist.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it sends a message for sure. Like not having shades for certain people, you're actively excluding them by doing that.
And why? And that's why I think the team have come up with 16 shades for the foundation. And we are very proud of that.
Yeah.
We're proud to have, example, if you have fair skin or medium skin tone or dark, we have everything for you. So in total, we have 16 shades of foundation. And that makes us feel proud. Even though we're a small brand, but we feel that, hey, we've got a shade for you.
Yeah. But I mean, isn't it embarrassing then? There are American brands with like 8 shades.
Yeah. And I think we have to also thank Fenty Beauty for that because they started the whole trend of having, example, American brands, they have 40 shades now, you know, but back then in 2015, I think it was, even if you go to American pharmacies, they wouldn't have.
Yeah, no way.
It was only like 5 or 6 shades and it's all the light shades, you know?
Yeah. Certain things in the makeup industry that should just be the bog standard, and this is one of them.
Yes.
Like just having a decent shade range if you are going to make a foundation or a concealer. Yeah. I mean, this is a really great segue to what we're going to be talking about, which is our top 10 blushes, but also having blushes because not all blushes work for everyone.
Yes,
right?
That's right.
This is one blush that you have that I really, really like.
Which one? Which one, sir? Tell me.
It's the ethnic one, the ethnic blusher because I'm a rosy gal. I love it.
It's actually sold out, but we will definitely restock that one for you.
I mean, are you surprised? It's so nice because I love me some like, it's like rosy kind of mauvey tones. But yeah, going back to like the whole idea of diversity and inclusion, not all blushes look the same on all skin tones, right? Like
even lipsticks for that matter.
Yeah, exactly. Like just across the board, like you need to have that range if you're going to appeal to a wider market. It's
Correct. And in terms of the beauty industry, I think it has grown so much since I think when we first started because competition is very high and yes, it's difficult because when we first started, we didn't have that many competitors, but now it's just, which in a way it's good. It means that there is the response for local makeup brand is a positive thing. Yeah. But I guess that is one of the drawbacks as well because there's
everyone and their moms are making makeup brands.
That is true. But I would say this that we started at the right time when it was still growing. It has not boomed up yet.
Sorry, I'm gonna ask one last question before we actually break down because I do have just so many questions for you.
Please go ahead.
You were talking about you coming at the right time and there being an interest in local makeup brands. And I really love that you participated in the pop-up at Kedai KL and also the one that I personally go to Messy Club's pop-ups, and I saw that you were there as well at the one in Rumah Tangsi.
Oh my god!
Which
I didn't see you.
I can't remember which day I love their pop-ups, and I love that you were there because I know that you have a physical store as well, which is amazing. But like, you didn't have to have NITA Cosmetics at these pop-ups. You don't have to. You have a physical store and you have an online store already. Why did you want to participate in like these pop-ups? Is it #support_local?
Yes, one of it. And also the pandemic taught us that online is the way to go. You cannot depend on offline stores anymore because even though now I think we have moved on to endemic. What the pandemic has taught us is the future is online. You cannot have the luxury of of depending the sales of the offline store because people have gravitated towards online now, and that's where most of our sales are anyway. But I guess in some ways we suffered as well during the lockdown in terms of we were in several departmental stores, but we had to shut them down. The lockdown was too long. At the same time, we still had to pay rental. I guess we're more fearful of opening a offline store. I guess we're being more careful now, so that's why we moving towards offline pop-ups, because we prefer to be in short-term bazaars, because in that way we get to also tap into customers who have not never known us before this. Having to be in the environment and just being around new people, that it's a good thing for us to join as well, because a lot of them who go to Messy Club, they don't know NITA Cosmetics. So I guess in a way, after the pandemic, we have really slowed down, but now we really have to start the whole ball rolling again.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Because we were really active in terms of our marketing before pandemic, but because of cosmetic industry really was really affected during 2020, 21. So we have to go the old channel again in terms of we have to start from the bottom again, go to bazaars and join all these bazaars and just constantly do live.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
I think people still prefer to shop on our website, on Shopee. And by the way, we do have a promo code later on.
Yes, stay tuned, guys. So yeah, anyway, I know we've digressed so much. I've just had so many questions for you now that you are actually sitting right in front of me. But we're going to be getting onto what we're supposed to be talking about today, which is our top 10 favorite blushes.
All right.
So how it's going to work, as all our listeners know, is that we're going to take turns. I'll start and then you go.
Okay.
Alrighty?
Oh my God.
Amazing. Okay. So, number 1 on my list is actually the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush Quad.
I have not tried that.
I think that's the only thing that I have from Hourglass. I'm usually not the biggest like Sephora girl. It seems like it. I recommend a lot of Sephora products, but because a lot of our listeners are based here and Sephora is quote unquote a bit more accessible, because obviously we have Sephora stores here.
Yes.
I recommend a lot of Sephora products. So yeah, Hourglass, I mean, their blushes are like awesome. They're good quality, they're pigmented, they're translucent and just like really flattering. And I like that it comes in a quad because obviously you get a really good variety. And you can mix and match and all of that. And it's not too powdery, but it's also really easy to pick up. And, you know, in terms of packaging, also it's like really sleek. I mean, you're paying how much for it? So it better be really good packaging and it really should look nice.
I heard that their highlighters are really good as well.
Yeah. So like Hourglass highlighters, I would say it's not like blinding. You can see from like a mile away kind of highlight. It's more like from within, like you look angelic, you look sweet, you look serene.
Speaking of highlighters, you know what brand I really miss? Becca.
Oh my god, I knew you were gonna say that. I could have said the exact same thing too. I absolutely agree. Champagne Pop from Becca. I know we're talking about blushes today, but like, rest in peace, Becca. You know, we had a good run with you.
It is such a shame. I feel that the good brands that were in Sephora, I think they're no longer around. For example, I love Marc Jacobs.
Right.
They are so good, and also Becca.
Yeah.
I think these two brands they had the best.
So Marc Jacobs.
I'm gonna cry.
Marc Jacobs eyeshadows, right?
Yeah, and eyeliner.
Yeah.
They have the best eyeliner.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever tried it, but I've seen a lot of people use it, like on YouTube, use it, and like it looks so sick.
But hopefully they will come back.
Yeah, Champagne Pop, Jaclyn Hill did so much for Becca Cosmetics, and
Yes.
even then, you know, the pandemic still hit them so hard.
Yeah,
But anyway, we've again digressed so much. I digress so much with all of my with all of my guests on my show because like my brain starts like bouncing off of the walls. But yes, that was my first pick. What is your first pick, Nita?
Okay, my first pick is I love from NITA Cosmetics. It is Indie blusher. It looks like a berry brown shade. I actually brought it for you to see, Yasmin, but I'm scared to move around because of the mic, but I will show you later. So it's basically a berry brown shade, and this shade is it's beautiful on even dark skin tones.
Yeah,
so
it really sounds like when you first described it sounds like for someone who's got a deeper complexion.
Yes, correct. And also if you have medium skin tone as well. And this is actually one of our top best-selling shades, Indie. We have 9 in total.
Yes, I saw.
But Indie is, I think, top 3. So it has a berry brown shade. It's not red, it's not brown, it's in between.
Right. So it's kind of like a plum?
Yes.
Like ding, a plum. Ding, 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 ding. We got it. Okay, so it's like a plummy shade.
Yes, plummy shade. And it looks really nice. And, puji di sini juga. Puji brand sini juga.
Yeah, no, flex, whatever. Yeah, of course.
All right. Okay,
Well,
your turn, Yasmin.
Yes, my turn. So my second recommendation would be the Milani Baked Blushes. We're going drugstore with this one. Luminoso and Bella Bellini.
Whoa.
You know you got to have it. You got to have it if you're going to Watson's.
I need to... What's the name again?
There's Luminoso,
which
is, I would describe it as like a coral, like apricot, peachy.
Okay.
So for me, I like blushes that are either like this rosy, pinky, mauvey tones.
I'm writing all this down, Yasmin. So because after this, I'm going to Watson's and doing
get a few.
shopping.
Yeah, so Luminoso is like kind of peachy, apricot kind of one. And Bella Bellini is like a pinky one, and it's got like a slight like gold shimmer as well.
Really?
It's buildable, and it's really, because it's a baked blush, right? It's quite silky to the touch because it's a baked formula, and in the pan it looks like there's like marbling in it.
Wow.
The way that it's baked into
Understand.
it. And I would say that it runs quite sheer, and it has a very like soft and a very smooth kind of texture. And the finish itself is it gives you like a soft glow almost, like you look dewy, but it's not like obviously shimmery. Like I don't know what kind of blush girl you are, but for me, I don't like blushes that have like crazy highlight in it.
I was just about to ask you, are you a matte girl or a shimmer
I'm a
girl?
matte girl.
Me too. High five.
High five. You know, we have so much in common actually.
Me too.
But yeah, I'm more of a matte girl because I have quite oily skin. So like, you know, throughout the day, your skin gets, you know, nasty and greasy and all that. I don't need like extra, you know, extra shimmer like on my cheeks.
It makes it makes your face look even oilier.
Yeah,
right?
like,
I have oily skin too.
I don't mind looking dewy, but I'm not about the berminyak with the face. I'm not about that life. So yeah, so these ones in particular, like they're not the longest lasting blushes, but if I'm looking for like a really subtle bit of color, then it's perfect. That was my second pick. What is your second pick?
Okay, my second pick. Okay, fine. I'll choose another brand.
Okay.
I actually, at the top of my head, that I used to use is NARS. Like, you know, Deep Throat.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, their names are...
Yeah. It's like, beep, beep. But it's fine. We all know. It's a cult classic.
Yes,
it's so good.
All NARS blushes are really beautiful.
Yeah.
But the one that I really like is that one.
Yeah.
That shade.
Yeah. Orgasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one as well. But again, it's like a cult classic for a reason, right? I think it's so flattering on so many different skin tones, which is so important. And I think it's quite hard to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a favorite.
And that shade has been around since I think 2000.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, when I went to follow my mom to the departmental store, and they'll be like, oh, these are all the blushes, and that color somehow, like, it just stood out.
Yeah.
It's somehow that shimmer, it made me like, oh, I just want to touch it.
Yeah, it's so good. I think like NARS blushes as a whole are just really, really good.
Yes.
I don't know what it is about the formula, but...
And they've been around for over 20 years.
Yeah.
I think that says everything about them, you know?
No, it stands the test of time.
Exactly.
I think it's a really timeless...
I think they're the most famous blush.
Yeah, I would
I'm not
think
mistaken.
it would be up there For
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
Like, it's a good one. That's actually such a good pick. I low-key forgot about it. I know it's so mean, but like, it's just because like I haven't used it in a while, but it was one of my
Favorites.
like, absolute favorites. Yeah,
Yes.
and it's a lot of people's favorites as well. So
Yes.
like, I'm not surprised. Like the fact that you mentioned it, I'm like, duh. Like obviously. But yeah, okay, cool. The NARS blush.
All right, your turn, Yasmin.
Yes, my turn. So I'm gonna go a little bit indie, but we're looking at a celebrity makeup brand. It's the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek and Lip Color.
The Jessica Alba one,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
it sure is. It sure is.
Where do
It's
you,
the
where do you
Jessica
buy
Alba
that
one.
here? I don't know. Where to buy.
You can't. I mean, honestly, if you go to Shopee, you can find everything. But
Yeah.
like, they will mark it up like crazy.
Really?
Yeah. But I usually get mine from Cult Beauty, cultbeauty.co.uk. Obviously, you have to pay for shipping. It's so worth it. I don't know what it is about this year, but I've just been shifting towards using a lot of cream blushes underneath my powder blushes.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a good trick.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't know, it lasts a lot longer. I
Really?
think, yeah, because like I'm in the office like all day and all of that. Like I don't have time to touch up and whatever. And now that we're going out more, you know, it's nice to again like we're going back to makeup that's like long lasting.
Yes.
Whereas prior to this, just 2 years ago, no one like you put on your makeup for your meeting on Zoom and you
What's
take
the
it
point?
off after. Yeah, exactly. You just take it off after, right?
And you're wearing pajama bottoms.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this one in particular, they have 2 different shades that I really like. There's one called
I
Rose
need to
Pink.
write this down. Rose pink.
Rose Pink, which is like again like the usual for me, like the rosy pink tones. And
Oh, you like those kind of tones?
yeah, I love it. And there's also one called Peony Pink, like the flower peony. Yeah, but like what I really loved about it was that it's a very skin friendly formula because I'm very acne prone.
Really?
And yeah. I'm very acne prone, so I usually get it like in my like T-zone, like my cheeks and like my forehead and stuff because I'm quite particular about like liquid products. Yeah, so I just found that like it had a really like cushiony like texture and it gives me like a really soft and like dewy like flush.
Look.
Yeah, it's versatile. So it can be used as like a lip tint as well if you want. So
Yes.
So yeah, I would highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it.
I know which brand to say after this.
Yes. Oh, okay. Go on then. I'm done with my third pick.
It's the Rare Beauty one.
Right.
It's the favorite of so many people. But I don't remember the exact name, but it is cream type. It's like cream to powder type. And I think, oh my god, I don't remember the shade name, but it's the one that is a cream to powder formula. That one is really, really, it has that natural kind of look, but
like glow from within.
Yes,
kind
correct.
of like
it's your
like
own
I'm
skin.
healthy looking.
That is my skin. Thank you.
Right. Like the Rare Beauty blushes, I feel have gone ridiculously viral on TikTok, especially.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, because like it's perfect for that, whole like am I sunburned, am I sun-kissed kind of look, like the whole like blush right underneath like your eyes, just to make you look like you've gone on holiday. Padahal you've been sitting in your room, for the past 2 weeks straight.
And there's a shift in makeup trend. If you notice, like 5 years ago, it's all about the Kylie Jenner kind of makeup look, where the whole eyebrow
snatched.
Lately, they're going more into the Rare Beauty kind of look, which is natural.
Less is more.
Less is more. So it's. I mean, every few years they will change the trend.
Yeah, but I mean, what kind of girl are you? Are you less is more or more is more?
I love the more is more snatch.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Transform
I think
me.
For me, like during the day, less is more, but nighttime,
I'll go crazy.
more is more.
Go crazy.
Right? Like I think you can afford to do that, no?
Yes, I
Because the
think.
malam it's like glap a little bit. You can,
So my fourth pick. Okay, we have 9 blushes, by the way. Jazz, balada, rock, indie, hip hop, R&B, ethnic, pop, dangdut, and this is all from the Charta NITA collection.
Yes.
I would say R&B because it is actually a brown sugar shade that I use for contouring.
Yes,
so it is.
I saw that.
Super multi-purpose.
Yeah.
I love that. Yes, R&B is definitely my number one.
Oh, it's your number one.
Yes, my number one pick because
Right.
it's so useful. You can use as eyeshadow as well.
Yep,
as
of course.
because it's a brown sugar shade. It's
Versatile.
like light. Yes, versatile, light brown. You can use it for contouring as well. I love it. I bring it everywhere because we also have minis compared to the actual pan size, but this is the baby
Travel size.
travel size.
Easy.
Yeah.
How would you describe like the entire collection? How would you describe the formula?
I would say it is very pigmented. So you just have to use syok.
Little goes a long way.
Yes, you have to use pan itself. It is already very big. The mama pan. The baby pan, however, it is smaller, so it's easier for you to bring more than 3 or 4 shades at one go.
Oh right.
Yes.
Okay.
But I would say that just use a little bit because the formula is very pigmented.
Right.
So it gives it. All you need to do is just blend, and ta-da, and it lasts like the whole day because it's powder.
So it sounds
formula.
really beginner friendly almost.
Yes, I think NITA, the brand, I think all our products are beginner friendly because we have a lot of mini collections. For example, we have the Balik Kampung that is for, people who, I think a lot of our customers are students who want to try makeup for the first time. We even have this mini blusher collection. That we don't have anymore, but inshallah we will reproduce it. But it's basically for customers who have not don't know how to wear makeup. So we even sell brushes. We have 3 types of brushes that are dual ended. So you can use it. And even for me, I'm not an expert in makeup. I just wear it. I'm not an expert.
Just love makeup.
I just love makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. So that for me as the founder, even for me, I'm not completely equipped in makeup knowledge, but I just wear it because I like how it makes me feel. So I think that goes also for our customers as well. They don't know where to start, but you just get the mini blusher.
From what was in that set, it looks like, when I say basic, I don't mean it in like a bad way, but like the good starter shades.
Starter pack.
Yes, like a good starter pack.
Yes.
Before you start moving on to like more out of the box shades, because I saw, because you have 9 blushes, you have such a good variety of colors.
Yes.
It's not like pink, and pink. You have so many, really.
Yes.
You do have different tones.
It does. Some of it looks scary from the pan itself. For example, the indie, it's like a berry brown shade. People are afraid of it. Oh my god, it looks so dark. How will it look on me? But when you wear it, it's a totally different story. It really lifts up your cheekbones. It really has this miraculous effect of making you look lifted.
Amazing. You put so much thought into each shade.
Oh, we have an amazing team. I think I just love that we brainstorm on a weekly basis on what are the collections that we have to do. So they're great. They're just good people and just fun for me to work with.
Amazing. On to my 4th, which is actually quite similar to the Honest Beauty one. And now that we're talking about variety of shades, the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush.
Cream blush.
Yeah, my favorite is like the most, again, when I say basic, I don't mean it in a bad way, Petal Poppin'.
Okay, I think I've seen that before.
It's like the pink one. It's the pink one because Fenty goes all out with their blushes. You got purple, you got like blue. Yeah, you got orange.
Yes.
But when I say orange, I don't mean coral. I don't mean peach. Like orange. So Petal Poppin' is probably like the most approachable.
Yes.
And probably the least vibrant of the bunch, and it's supposed to be like a fresh wash of color, but I find that personally for me it's really quite pigmented. So I would say in comparison to the Honest Beauty one, it's not the most beginner friendly.
Why?
Because blending is key. It's kind of like, again, the Rare Beauty ones, the liquid blushes from Rare Beauty, I feel like it's not the most beginner friendly one because they're so pigmented, which is amazing if you're already like half decent at makeup. Then you kind of know what to do.
It can be scary.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. But the Honest Beauty one that I was telling you about earlier is the most like it's so fuss free. You don't have to work so hard to make it look good. Do you know what I mean? It's very like swipe, blah, 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 blah. I use my fingers to blend it in. Yeah, it's very, very instant. And it's just
is it the peony pink that you were mentioning?
Yeah, peony pink and rose pink.
I need to buy. I need to do some online shopping after this.
They're really, really good. I would highly recommend it. But yeah, the Fenty Beauty one is readily available one because it's in Sephora here.
Yes.
But yeah, it does dry down really well.
Yeah.
Whereas the Honest Beauty one is probably a bit more creamier, I guess. It's like, it feels like a cream more. Whereas the Fenty one definitely, like the dry down's quite quick. Like with my finger, it's easy. It's just easier that way, Especially if I'm going to go to work, I'm like, okay, I'm late, let's go, pop, 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 and it's done.
Yes.
That's what we need. So yeah, that's my penultimate one. What's your fourth one?
By the way, I'm just a special mention. I think this brand deserves a lot of credit. I think to be one of the very first brands to be in Sephora. Do you remember Stila?
Yeah,
They're one of the OG, right?
Yeah, I used to use their 3-in-1 primer
Yes.
a lot. The one with the different colors, the green, lilac, and pink. I think it's in it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's such a good one.
I think they do have a blusher, but I don't remember the name. But another one that I would say that is my pick is Benefit.
Oh my god, yes. There's one called California that I used to use.
Yes.
Really
I mean, their
good.
blushes they are really popular. But at the top of my head, I can't remember the name. But the packaging is amazing. I think it is so distinct.
Cute,
You
yeah.
can see it from far and you know that's Benefit.
Benefit.
Yes.
Yeah,
and,
no, absolutely.
and it comes with a brush as well, the cute
Yeah.
one that you can collect.
Yeah.
And yeah, I miss it actually. You make me want to go to Sephora.
Yeah, no, the blush that I used to use from Benefit is called, I'm pretty sure it's called California. It's kind of like peachy, coral, pinky kind of thing. And it's got a little bit of like shimmer in it. It's not so strong. But yeah, there's like a little something in it as well.
like
That's
the
a
shimmer.
good pick. Yeah, that's a good pick though. That's a really good pick. I used to use that a lot.
And I mean, the one that I remember is, there's one called the Charlotte Tilbury as well. But I mean, I don't really use it. Tapi macam it comes with a shimmer as well if you like shimmer. The one.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, your pick.
Yes, my last pick of the day is the L'Oreal Life's a Peach blush. It holds a really I've always got a little space in my heart for
Nostalgia.
this one. Yeah, I feel nostalgic whenever I talk about it because it's one of those. Again, it's like one of my first blushes, if not my first blush ever.
First love.
Yeah. It's a bit chunky in terms of packaging and it's like plastic, but it's L'Oreal. You're not paying for packaging.
Yes.
What you're paying for is really good formula and it's a
on the
cult
go.
favorite as well. So
Is that available in Malaysia?
Yeah. You can find it.
L'Oreal.
It's not new. It is not a new blush. It's been part of L'Oreal's repertoire for a really long time, actually.
Life's a Peach.
Life's a Peach.
Okay.
If you like a good like orange blush, like a coral blush, this is a really good one.
Okay.
The only thing that I'll say is that it's scented.
Oh, okay.
Which is a little pet peeve of mine. But I find that the scent isn't so overpowering. So I'm willing to like overlook it.
Yes.
And also it doesn't irritate my skin. So I don't mind if my beef with fragrance is when it makes my skin angry. That is literally it. Yeah.
You gave me some really good recommendations today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
need to do some shopping after this.
Yes. But yeah, that's my final pick. Yeah, it brings out a lot of memories when I was in school and I had no idea about makeup. So yeah, that's me done. What is your last one?
Oh, I have a last pick? Oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't my last pick? Okay. I would say, you know what? Okay, since I've not chosen coral, I would choose coral, which is hip hop.
Okay.
So it's all the genres, jazz, ballada, rock, so I'll choose hip hop because of the coral. Somehow, if you notice, all the Korean brands and Japanese brands,
Love a
they
good
all
orange blush.
yes, they all gravitate towards coral colors because of their, I would say their skin tone. I think really suits them very well.
Yeah.
But for us, the hip hop, the coral one, it's something that can suit our skin tones as well. For our
absolutely. Because I don't know about you, but I have quite my undertone's yellow. I'm quite warm.
Me too.
Yeah, so that's why I gravitate towards corals and like peaches and all of that because it's very flattering. It's very
Yes.
flattering on our Asian skin.
Yes, correct. And it has that youthful vibe, kind of doll. look.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, in our society, actually, we're very conservative in how we wear makeup. I mean, compared to the Koreans and the Japanese. I mean, the shades that are most popular are the natural, if you will, natural tones, because we don't want to, I guess, stand out too much when we go out. Example, because we are just a conservative society. I think we women, especially in Malaysia or even in Singapore, I think we're scared to just wear full-on makeup. Because we just don't want to be we don't want to stand out too much, and people will be saying like, asal makeup banyak sangat ni, example. So we still have that fear of just going all out with wearing makeup, example, to however we want it.
Yeah, I find that that's a shame though, because like I wear colored eyeshadow.
Really?
I just don't wear it to work. But
Really?
every single time. I don't care if it's green, blue, purple, pink. Like, yeah, again, it's literally because to me, makeup isn't so much about transforming. It's more about creativity, playing with colors.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Thank you.
To me, it's more of an art form. And
Yes.
that's why like I'm not afraid to use
Exactly.
color, I suppose.
And speaking of that, I think we have this thing in our society. It's called makeup shaming as well, in terms of body shaming.
Yeah.
But this is makeup shaming where they would criticize a woman who wears too much makeup.
Kenapa tebal sangat?
Yes, correct.
Whatever.
Auntie,
Yeah.
but we have that.
It's like, you look better without it.
Yes, you have that mentality. But the thing is, we don't wear it for people. We wear it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because it makes us feel good. So, I mean, the makeup shaming thing has to go. I mean, it's been going around for decades now.
Yeah, I know. And it's horrible, especially like again, coming out of the pandemic, like we need to like loosen up a little bit, and like a lot of women are going back to wearing makeup again and like maybe putting on a little bit more than they did before, because it's been a while.
Yes.
It's been a while since we've done that, you know,
Yes.
because sitting at home you don't really wear makeup all that much.
Yes.
So it's right now coming out of it all. Yeah, I am wearing crazy colors, you know, when I'm going out for dinner.
High five.
I don't care. I literally don't care what.
It's how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
And we can see from the pandemic where if even wearing makeup at home, you're not going to meet anybody.
Yeah.
But it really has an effect on how you feel about yourself. Even though you're just at home, but if you wear eyeshadow and lipstick even at home, which is weird because we don't do that right now. But it really has a difference in how you feel on a daily basis.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show that we wear makeup for us. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If that is your only takeaway from this episode, wear makeup for you. Really, I think it's such an important takeaway. Anyway, we're wrapping up the episode. I'd like to thank you again for coming into the studio to speak to me.
Thank you, Yasmin. And we actually have a special something for your listeners, which is if you shop on NITACosmetics.com, you get a promo code NITA Astro for 30% off until the end of October.
Amazing.
So NITAASTRO.
Is it all in capitals?
No, small, big, doesn't matter.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not case sensitive.
And no.
Okay, amazing. Well, you heard that, guys. Make sure you go and get the good with all the promo codes that we've got going on here. But yeah, thank you so much again. It's
Thank
so
you.
exciting to meet you.
This was
and
fun.
to be able to pick your brain, especially for the first like 20 minutes. Yeah, I know that we're here to talk about blushes, but again, it's been fantastic just like hearing about your journey from before NITA Cosmetics to now, and just seeing how it's been a personal growth journey,
Yes.
which is something that, you know, I think people tend to forget about, and they shouldn't, because behind every brand there's an amazing woman or man behind the brand, and you are that amazing woman behind NITA Cosmetics. So it's really it's such an honor to have you here and to speak to you about your brand and about you, most importantly.
This has been fun.
Amazing. Okay, well, we're done with this episode.
Thank you very much.
No worries at all. To all our listeners tuning in this week, make sure that you tune in. Yeah, make sure you tune in for the next episode. But till then, make sure you take care. Make sure you shop at NITA Cosmetics. Don't play around. You've got a promo code. Use it, please, and thank you. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.